Hello and welcome back to Shokuho, and we are here on the smithing screen once again. Now, I do have to admit something right now. I actually did fold and install Better Smithing Continued because it is way too much time investment if I want to get anything done in regards to refining and even smelting and, well, anything that you really have to do in regards to smithing. It just takes way too long for me personally. It is so much time. I actually am kind of shocked, to be honest, about how much time it actually takes. I mean, you could see here, look at what I can do right now. I can literally refine 5 of these at once, right? 5 of these at once, and look at how many resources I gain from this, and I would be out of energy with every single one of my companions right now if I had done what I just did in an instant like this with every single person. And I wouldn't be able to continue. I wouldn't be able to continue or do anything like this. And it is insane, actually, how much time it actually takes. Look at how much I can actually do. Look at this. Boom. Look at that. Or I have 180 in a few clicks. It is so much easier doing it like this. And for me personally, all it does is it just saves time. I think that's what it does. I don't know. Maybe you think it's broken. Maybe you think it's, too overpowered or whatever. But for me personally, I don't want to be sitting here just going click, 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 and then resting, and then click, 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 and then resting. It's too much time. So that's what I'm doing, okay? That's what I'm doing. I'm just creating a lot of fine steel here, just get a lot of this Tamahagane steel as well, and we're just going to try and create an extremely cool looking weapon. And that's obviously what we've done. That's what we've done. That's what we're trying to do at the very least. So let's just go out here. I now have 134 in smithing, of course, and you can see here, yes, okay, there is a perk that does reduce the stamina spend when you're doing certain actions. So, for example, refining or smelting and so on and so forth. But for me, I think this comes too late. I think this comes too late in the tree. I think this perk tree needs to be redesigned, or shall we say reordered in a certain sense, because Steelmaker 3, why do you need Steelmaker 3 at skill level 100? You don't, because this is the highest level of steel. There is very little reason you're going to need that at skill level 100. Unless you're already doing battles like I'm doing, right? Unless you're already going into battles and there's, many thousands of enemies that you're fighting all the time. Yeah, that's the only time you're going to need Steelmaker 3. But most of the time, skill level 100 is not really going to be... You're not really going to be needing that. I think that Practical Smelter and Practical Refiner should be in separate little areas as well, because I think that the stamina spend from a base game perspective really needs to be reduced by these perks earlier in the tree. And I'm talking about having them probably maybe at even level 25. I'm thinking about even at skill level 25, because it does take so much time. It's actually bonkers how much time it actually takes. But yeah, anyway, we now have the ability to create an amazing weapon. So we can even create this, which is the Fabled Curved Long Blade. Obviously, I don't have the difficulty level to be able to do this, but you can see here our weapon reach is 125. Swing cutting damage is 134. I am very much looking forward to it. Let's see if we can make this work. Okay. Does this actually change anything, by the way? No, it just increases the... It just increases the value. That's actually quite funny. It just increases the value and indeed the difficulty of the weapon, and that is it. It doesn't actually do anything else. Okay, well, I don't really care about that then. So what we're going to do is we'll just do this. I will see about these. I mean, I can select... Okay. Do we want to just create, like... you know what? I don't really want to do that. I want to create something that is actually going to be usable. So I'm just going to try some things here. I'm going to have to refine a couple of pieces of charcoal first. Okay, so here we go. Let's see if we can get really lucky. A normal one. Wow, I actually just... I created a normal one straight away. Well, that's actually quite interesting. Toggle off to skip the new weapon crafted pop-up dialogue. Now, I actually would prefer... No, it crashed. Yep, don't do that. Don't turn that off. Don't turn that little icon off there. Alright, so we're back, and I obviously lost all of my progression because I couldn't save in time, but that's okay, because look at what I've created here. I got lucky, and I literally just created a balanced one on the first go, which is actually pretty hilarious. Now, you can see here, there is a small difference between the one we're currently using and the one that we've now made, which is the length is slightly different. So I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be very good at using the new length, but we're going to try it out, okay? We're going to try it out, see how it goes. Now, I am actually just going to save because I want to make sure that we don't lose any progression here. And I am going to go in and we're going to just smelt every single weapon that we have in our inventory. Now, technically, we don't need to do this, but I feel like it would be quite fun to see how much we're actually going to be able to acquire in this time. And this is also a pretty cool little experimentation kind of deal, and that's the reason why having infinite stamina is actually really, really fun too. Because you can see here, look at this, I have 0 hardwood right now. How much hardwood do you think we're going to have at the end? I think we're going to have at least 500. Probably even more than that, maybe. So we're just going to smelt absolutely everything we have, and let's see what happens. Here we go. Oh, never mind. I was like, here we go, and then no, that did not work out. Okay, let's just do this again. There we go. Okay, so let's just get load. There we go, load of charcoal, and then we'll smelt everything. Smelt all. Yes, there we go. Smelt all, and oh, look at that. I smelted 372 weapons. Oh, 372 weapons. And we literally got, well, I mean, we got 537, which is actually quite funny. So yeah, not bad. Not bad. Let's continue smelting. There we are. Have some iron ore there as well, which is quite funny. And can I smelt more? Yes, I can. Let's smelt all. There we go. Smelted everything. So I smelted another 84 weapons, and we're done. There you go. We are now done, which is absolutely wonderful. So we now have this. And what's actually quite funny is there a way that I can... yeah, here we go. We can actually do something about the crude iron. Crude iron is kind of annoying. Not sure why we have so much of it, but yes, crude iron is quite annoying. I kind of want to try to reduce that as much as possible. Unfortunately, we're having some issues with that, as you can see, and we're unable to very easily get that, which is kind of sad, but I guess it's okay. Anyway, we already created a pretty amazing weapon, so it's not really necessary for me to go super, super hard on this. So we're just going to save once again, just to make sure, and... now, let's take a look at our inventory, because as you know, I was basically capped out in regards to our inventory space, but hopefully that has now rectified itself quite dramatically, hopefully. Let's cross our fingers. Yes, nice. It's actually not too bad now. So, yeah, now I'm just running around with a bunch of bamboo spears and stuff like that, but yeah, no, we're looking pretty good. So, now, apart from that, we also obviously do want to get ourselves... get our hands on a new gun. And here is a gun. Oh, look at that. There is a new gun right there. Oh, wait, we got a bunch. This is... This isn't a shotgun, right? No, surely not, right? I mean, it's got insane speed. The speed of this thing is crazy good. 105 speed? Wait a minute. The accuracy of this thing is only 40. And the accuracy... Oh, okay, wait. The question is... I actually want to try using this one. This seems really, really fun, actually. Let's try using that one, because this obviously has less accuracy, which is okay. I think it has less accuracy. No, it has more accuracy and more speed, less damage, but that's okay. I think that's actually going to be fine. Alright, let's try it out. Let's try out this weapon. It seems pretty cool, at least. I think it seems pretty fun, so we'll see how it goes. And we are now, now we're going to be seeing about what kind of well, what kind of enemy we want to fight. So the question is, who do we want to fight? Well, for me personally, I think what we should do is we should probably fight these guys over here. The Ryozoji. Yeah, okay, non-aggression pact with the Tokugawa. Okay, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, I think we should probably go over to the Ryozoji and actually attack them. Mostly because they are small. If I was to choose strategically, I'd probably go for the Shimazu, but I kind of just want to get a couple of additional fiefs just so that we can give and indeed promote a bunch of our companions to, you know, to vassalage. And that would be extremely impactful actually for us, because imagine we have even more companions, you know, even more vassals, even more companions, and that is fundamentally going to increase our overall, well, effectiveness basically. So yeah, we're going to be attacking and we're up against 122. I tried to get as many of them in the battle as possible, but yeah, unfortunately not that much. Oh yeah, I also need to select something here. Okay, there we go. And yeah, what do we want? Well, we want control, don't we? Yeah, we want control attribute right here. So that's what we're going to do. And let's go in. All right, I'm excited because we've got a new Nodachi, right? So a new massive stonking big weapon to slap people in the face with, and we also have an amazing gun. Well, I hope it's amazing at the very least. I mean, this gun has such a significant speed that I have a feeling we're probably going to be able to reload almost. I mean, literally, it's got like a what is it now? Like almost. I mean, it might even be like 30% faster, which is actually kind of insane if you think about it. So yeah, let's give it a go, shall we? Let's give it a go. Yeah, my forces are probably going to have a pretty easy time of dealing with these guys. Because we are, well, we're pretty strong in comparison to them. So I mean, let's see what happens, shall we? Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's looking pretty good right now. Okay, so let's actually just shoot. Yeah, where do I shoot though? That's the question. Okay, how's my reload? Oh, that's how fast it is? Or is it that bug? The question is it the bug? Is it the bug that's causing me to be able to reload really quickly, or is it this weapon that's actually reloading this fast? Because if it is this weapon, we need to get some additional bullets. We need to get some additional bullets, because being able to reload and indeed fire at this speed is incredibly effective. And we're going to be able to level up our guns really dramatically. I've got to be super careful about these guys for some reason. They've got loads of gunners, by the way. Quite dangerous. Nice. Look at this. Oh, we have now graduated. Oh yes, we have now graduated from the from the terrible shot academy, because apparently I don't know, maybe I just needed well, not a better weapon, because technically this is just a slightly different you know, stat distribution of the weapon. But for me, I'm not very good with slow firing weapons. I'm not sure why that is. I think slow firing weapons are fine and dandy, you know, for the you know, historical accuracy and so on and so forth. But when it comes to being able to fire faster, it makes it a lot easier for me to kind of determine where I need to shoot. And if it's a slow firing weapon, it always makes it more difficult for me. I'm not sure why. Not sure why, but that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Kind of weird. Anyway, let's just take these. Yeah, I guess we can take a couple of them. And yeah, now, amusingly enough, I am actually wondering whether I even want to... Do I even want to smelt anything? That's the question. Do I want to smelt anything? I don't know, but I'll just take absolutely everything that I can here. Now, I am going to go into a battle against as many of these guys as I can. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, not a big fan, not a big fan. Did not want to go in here against just one guy, but they're very fast, as you can tell. I mean, we're obviously very slow because we are moving around with a relatively large army. So that is making things a little bit more difficult. Is herding giving me a problem right now? No, but the disorganized state certainly is. And I'm thinking right now, yeah, we should probably... Oh, hello. I just saw their strongest vassal, I think. And or... the leader. Might be the leader, I'm actually not sure. Let's see if I can actually... Huh. Can he... No! Ah, I went in. Okay. Well, yeah, that's unfortunate. I really want to get him into... I really want to get him into a battle. Oh, hello. Yeah. Do you not want to fight me? No, you don't want to fight? With that many? With that many, you don't want to fight me? Okay, well, that's actually kind of sad. I was kind of hoping, considering they had so many people... No, they are not willing to do it. Not in a million years. We might be able to ambush them a little bit. Like this. Yeah, but these guys are literally the smallest... yeah, this is not great, is it? No, this is not great at all. Oh well, never mind. I mean, I guess we can take them prisoner, which is good enough. Oh yeah. Also, I am going to try and look for a spouse, if we can. I think that would be pretty cool. And speaking of that, I actually think that what we should do is we should probably marry maybe someone from the Shimazu, maybe. That might be an idea. If I go to heroes here and I have a look at female, alive, let's see, lord, lady, not married. Okay, so we obviously have someone from literally Genzaburo's clan, which we could potentially do. She is, however, the governor. She's the governor of Sadawara, so probably not the best idea, eh? Probably not the best idea for us to take her away from her duties. And we otherwise have a couple of other people here. Wow, yeah, we've got loads of governors, apparently. Yeah, see now, the thing is, I haven't even met most of these, so I'm actually not entirely sure where they're located, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, as far as... I don't know. I'm going to look at this off screen just so that I can try and figure out if there's someone that is going to be extremely good for us. And if I can, then we'll do it in the next episode, and we'll try to, I don't know, persuade her to join us. Or, at the very least, we may go to the, the leader of the clan that she belongs to, and we'll try to purchase the marriage, basically, because that's what we can do. As far as I'm aware, if I recall correctly, I did that in a series a while back, and I was kind of hoping that maybe we could, maybe it would work again. I actually don't know. Anyway, oh no, look at this. They have barely any food. These guys have barely any food. What? Why? Why do they have nothing? Okay, well, I'm gonna be a much better governor for them, or whoever takes over. I mean, I have no idea why they have no food. This is crazy. They really needed to upgrade, build some improvements or something like that, because this is absolutely unacceptable. All right, we're gonna go in, and we actually have Jinzaburo here as well with us, and he is helping us out in this siege. I'm only hoping that maybe the reason why the game crashed before is because Jinzaburo was actually in the siege itself. I can hope that that's not going to be the cause for it this time. But I'm pretty sure it won't be. But look at our new weapon. Look at our new sword. It looks so cool. The curvature of the blade is looking fantastic. It's going to hit all the right spots. Oh yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. And now I'm going to try and get a ladder up. Or maybe I shouldn't. You know what? Maybe it's more important for us to actually survive. Because we do contribute a significant amount to the overall siege. Because us getting killed dramatically reduces our chances of, achieving victory. I don't know, maybe it's a good idea that I just kind of chill here for a bit. Let's just let our forces go ahead here. I'm getting shot from over there. Let me see. I've got a weapon. Boom. Oh, that did nothing. It hit the battering ram. That was terrible. Okay, well, we are reloading. It does seem a little bit faster. It is not as fast as it was in that battle, so I'm assuming that it was bugged in that battle beforehand. So at least that's good to know. Okay, come on now. Yes, here we go. Oh, here we are. Oh, this is a fun weapon. Oh yeah, this is good. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Unfortunately, I got shot in the face by that guy, which was not exactly great. But yeah, I can't really help that, unfortunately. But now, oh, this weapon. It does 50 damage when I have a speed bonus against these gates. 50 damage. That's actually insane. Okay, let's see if I can actually deflect a couple of arrows here. I actually don't know whether you can deflect by just hitting or whether it's more like holding the block button. I don't know. I've received conflicting information about that, so I'm not sure which one it is. But whatever the case, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna murder. Oh yes. Oh, you know what? You know what? Maybe it's just not worth me actually even bothering to level up my one-handed skill in this case, because leveling up one-handed at this point in time, I mean, it's going to be good for my movement speed. Don't get me wrong. It's going to literally make us into an absolute speed demon. But the problem is, how can I give up this kind of performance? How can I give that up to switch to a one-handed which doesn't do any damage or very little damage at the very least? I don't know. It's one of those, you know, it's one of those situations where you just have to think to yourself, well, what's better, you know? And this, of course, is better. I mean, look at how much damage I'm doing. And I'm going to get shot in the face. Oh, I knew that guy was going to hit me. I should have dodged, you know? I should have dodged, actually, you know? That probably would have made the most sense, but I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, to a degree, I think we're going to be fine, but yeah. How many did I kill? Only 84. Alright, I say only because obviously I'm aiming for 180 every single time, you know, we do a siege now, because it is just, well, it is to be expected that I would like to beat my previous record. Yes, yes, because we did get 180 beforehand. Now, I'm actually not entirely sure what's happening with my forces right here. They seem to be a little bit stuck, or at the very least, they are trying to attack someone who is not in range. Interesting. Alright. I'm gonna have to retreat the battle? No. Retreat from the battle with my party. Yes, not the battle though. Not the battle. Yeah, so unfortunately I had to retreat there, and we're just gonna have to send troops in. We did still get 32 renown for it and 58 influence, which is decent enough, you know, not bad at all. And we can now take a couple of people here. I will just take literally tier 4s. And we'll take some tier 3s, take some of those. Did I take any Ashigaru, by the way? No, I don't think so. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Now we can convert a couple of others. We'll get those guys. There we are. We're now at 200 and... Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to take all the prisoners. I don't know why why do I do that every single time? I don't know. I just forget I'm out of town, you see. That's what it is. I just forget I'm out of town. Okay, I'm going to take absolutely everything here. I can always, as I say... Oh. Another crash. Yeah, okay. Maybe the smithing mod is causing a bit of a problem here. That might be the issue. So what I'm going to do is I am going to try and disable it. And then we'll come back in. Alright, so there we go. I just did the siege again, and we've now managed to take every single one of these guys prisoner, which is actually pretty crazy. I'm going to be claiming this fief, of course, because we are going to be giving it to a new vassal when we decide to make him, obviously. And I'm going to go into the tavern, because I have so many prisoners. Yes, I have a load of different prisoners here. So we are basically just going to be giving every single Ashigaru, as well as a number of others that we, you know, don't necessarily need right now. Just going to get rid of all of them. Let's have a look here. Okay, yeah. Now things are going to get a little bit dicey. I guess we're just going to have to give some of the recruits, you know, And there we have it. 5 roguery skill. I guess that's not actually... It's not too bad. Not too bad. You know, pretty decent. We have 751 in cash at the moment. And so I'm kind of thinking that maybe what we want to do is, because I'm not really going to be doing too much smithing anymore, maybe we will at some point in the future to create a nice one-handed. But at the moment, I'm not going to do that just yet. But yeah. Otherwise, I am going to just sell everything that I can here. No. No, that is not what I want to do. I do not want to purchase everything in the marketplace. Probably not the best idea. Yes, what is it? D. D to sell everything from my... There we go, not A. Ugh, okay. I can't believe I pressed that wrong. Alright, so yeah, otherwise... Oh. Yeah, okay. Let's purchase some good armor then, shall we? Okay, so we've got some really, really nice armor right here, and we're probably going to be giving that to our companions. Let's face it, it's probably going to be relatively good for them, right? So let's buy every single one of these. I'm wearing this as well, so this is going to be super, super useful. And we're otherwise just going to be selling a huge amount of our armor here, or shall we say a huge amount of the loot that we currently have. And hopefully, I'm going to have to do this by value, I think. Probably have to do it by value. That's much, much easier than by number, because apparently we have so many different kinds. It's not really working for us very well, is it? Alright, there we go. So I've gone through every single little bit of our loot here, and I'm basically just going to be now upgrading our forces, and we're going to be giving them some pretty decent upgrades, or at least they should be. Oh wow, he's actually using some pretty good stuff already. Shoichiro's got some really, really good stuff, actually, surprisingly enough. And we'll give this guy Genzaburo, and this guy really needs an upgrade. There we go. And this fellow really, really needs an upgrade. There we go. And then we could do this. Choichiro. Okay, absolutely fantastic. Great. Now we can sell absolutely everything else. And we are now done. Great. Okay, that is wonderful. Now what we can do... Now, oh yeah, now the good things are going to start happening once again, which is indeed creating a vassal. I'm just going to start everything here. Just going to make sure that this is all the way that I like it, because I want to make sure that he's doing the right thing, you know what I mean? We don't really want him to be messing around. And we're just going to be recruiting all those once again. And we'll just now speak to him. And where is he? Did he die? Wait, no. Did I already make him? Yeah, no, I already made him into a... Okay, I'm getting mixed up now between the amount of vassals that we have. Okay, no, this fellow is the one that we want to do, right? Okay. Yeah, so this guy is going to be our new vassal. I have no idea what name. What name should I give him? Oh, dear. Okay, Muranaka. Okay, yes, there we go. Okay, what is his name going to be? Wow, okay, this is pretty bad for me. This is pretty bad. I actually did not prepare a name. So I'm assuming we're just gonna call him something. Alright, so I've come up with a name, just basically random from other media that I like, and there you go. That's what we're gonna do. Wonderful, fantastic. I mean, that's generally what I've done with the other vassals as well, if you couldn't already tell that, you know. Anyway, there we have it. Okay, so we now have another vassal. Now we just need to accrue yet more influence. And then we need another vassal, and then another vassal, and so on and so forth. And we just want to try to create as many vassals and as many friends as we can. Oh yes, that is what we want to do. Now I did actually use my one-handed in that battle a little bit more. Unfortunately, to get fleet of foot requires 200. Yes, 200 in one-handed, which is extremely, extremely difficult. I am actually going to save just in case it does crash, but I have, as I said, disabled the smithing mod now, so it shouldn't crash anymore, or any more than it was, you know, already beforehand. So let's do Suka Castle here, and we are oh wait, there's actually 2 castles. Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay, well that's pretty bad for us, isn't it? Okay, well they only have 6 days worth of food, so we should be completely fine. I hope Jinzaburo is actually going to be doing something, because he does seem to be a little bit single-minded when it comes to helping us out. He's traveling to Muranaka at the moment. Okay. I wonder what he's going to do this time. He's traveling to various places. I'm actually not entirely sure what he's doing. He seems to be running around randomly. Is he actually joining us now? No, he's actually running around and attempting to attack. Oh, it's really funny. Okay, oh, he actually did... He caught that guy. Did you see that? He actually caught that guy? I can't believe it. He's actually carrying us right now, I think. It feels to me like he's carrying us. Look at him. He is just absolutely eating them. I mean, yeah, as I said before, he is literally eating them for breakfast. And indeed, I am very surprised. I never would have expected anything like that to happen, but yep, he's doing it. Ooh, hello. Okay, we've got a pretty large army over here. This guy is definitely going to want to attack us in a minute. I'm just going to save just in case it does crash. We want to make sure that we don't, you know, have any issues when we go into the siege in just a moment. Now, I don't know where Jinzaburo has gone. I'm actually hoping that he is going to besiege Seifukuji Castle by himself. But he doesn't seem to be, as you can see, he doesn't seem to be doing that. He's just kind of running around. I don't know what he's doing, actually, all things considered. He seems to be, as I said, kind of single-minded about what he does. He seems to... actually, quite funnily enough, he seems to be running after... well, basically every single vassal that he can get his hands on, which is actually pretty good. That is actually very good for him to do. Unfortunately, I would prefer if he would actually do sieges himself. I think that would be really, really nice. Yeah, okay, so let's see. We've got two... Oh, no, I have no idea who to actually make the leader here. I guess this guy. All right. So, let's see how we do. I have this new gun as well, which I would like to use it a lot more. So, this time around, I'm actually going to try shooting a handful of people. And let me just get off my mount. Let's see. Can I go to the top here? No. Okay, I can go a little bit around. I don't see anyone. This is kind of strange. Are there meant to be people on the top here? Or they're just really, really sneaky? I guess they're just really very well hidden by the looks of things, which is kind of unfortunate. But that is obviously the point, isn't it? At least I think so. Kind of strange. Alright. Well, whatever the case. There are no... Wait. There are no defenders here? No. There are no defenders... Okay, well that's actually very interesting. There are defenders over here, though. Okay, let me see. I'm going to just hold... Okay, no, the block button doesn't seem to work. I'm just going to try the deflection thing. I wish it would you know what? You know what I really wish it would do? I wish it would tell me when I actually deflect an arrow. Because right now there's no feedback whatsoever about that, which would be exceptionally good. Wow, so many enemies. I really wish I could get in there even more than I am already. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, they don't know. They don't know. We are him. We are him right now. Obviously, not yet. I mean, well, to be fair, we're probably going to not be him in a very, very short amount of time because I think I'm probably going to get shot in the face. That is generally what tends to happen, obviously. But yeah, this is jaw-droppingly good. Okay, there we go. Get them. Oh yeah. Just you know, it's those moments where you charge up to a handful of units and you know that your slash is going to be killing every single one of them, and you just go, yeah, that is so satisfying. Look at all. What are these guys doing? What are they doing? You know, it's actually really funny. They could probably kill me if they actually just attacked. Instead of running away. But yeah, I'm actually very surprised that I'm being allowed to do this, to be honest. But you know the reason why they're allowing me to do this? It's because of my Terra perk. I'm pretty sure it's because of Terra. Because being able to force enemies into a retreat action well, that's all due to morale, you know? It's all due to morale, and if obviously the morale of our opponent is depleted so significantly because, you know, one, we're obviously destroying them so incredibly fast. I killed 187. 187 people. In how long? How long did that take us, actually? That literally took us, like, no longer than 2 minutes, surely, right? No longer than 2 minutes. I don't know. Maybe something like that. But yeah, that is exactly what I'm talking about. If you can do that, if you can eliminate so many people in such a short space of time, and indeed, after that, have a perk that increases the amount that you're able to do. I'm going to decline this because we're going to be giving that to our other vassal, the guy that owns Muranaka, because obviously I want to try to keep our fiefs in the same family, as it were. We want to try to make sure that the fiefs that are nearby to the other ones are all next to each other. That's basically what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, now Junzaburo, I think he has actually gone in there. Yes, he has. I'm hopeful that he will go over there and actually attack this party right there while I go over to the last remaining castle, because I do want to eliminate these fellows as soon as we possibly can, because then they're yeah, then they're possibly gonna have, yeah, they got absolutely massacred, as you can see right there. Yeah, that was very nice. Okay, so let's hope that he's actually on the ticket. Yes, he is. Okay, is this guy? Yeah, this is the fellow. For some reason, my vassals want me to have it. That is not going to happen. I'm sorry, Jinzaburo. That is not going to happen. I'm going to have to spend 145 to actually give it to this guy, which is super funny. I appreciate it. They obviously want me to have it for a good reason, because my fiefs are actually right next to, you know, right next to the castle. So it does make sense for them to think that I should have it. But in this case, I respectfully disagree. Alright, so this time around, I'm actually going to do a little bit of a different strategy. We're not going to wait until the starvation mechanic has kicked in, because, well, let's face it, we are having a pretty easy time here, you know? I'm actually able to take castles pretty simply. However, oh wow, look at this layout. Okay, oh, okay, wait, we might have needed to. Okay, in this case, we might have needed to wait until the starvation mechanic kicked in, because these guys are looking very well fortified. Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot. Boom! Oh yeah, yep, that's what you get. Almost a 420 hit right there. Not bad, not bad. All right, I would like to actually level up my my guns a little bit more. And that's the reason why I'm going to get it out here. Let's see if I can... Oh, I saw that guy's head. Unfortunately, the hitbox is not accurate enough for me to actually get that guy. Oh, well, never mind. Let's see if I can reload here. My forces are coming. We're actually killing quite a few enemies in the process of coming up here as well. Nice. You know, that's the funny thing. Guns, I feel like you don't really need a massive amount of damage on them. You know, their base value is high enough that most of the time you're probably going to be able to kill, well, pretty much any opponent, with the exception of maybe the most well-armored. Even the most well-armored is probably going to have some problems, right? Because that's just how it is. But the way that we can reload so much faster with this gun over the other, I think is really, really nice. I'm actually going to be going for a one-handed here. I'm going to go for one-handed just because I want to see if we can maybe level up a little bit. Maybe it's probably not the best idea for me to do this against these enemies, because they are clearly much more difficult than the ones we were fighting beforehand. I mean, to be fair, that's probably just because I'm not using my two-handed here. Yeah, as you can see, my damage is so dramatically different, but we are hopefully getting more skill. Are we getting skill ups from this? I'm kind of hoping that we do. Whoa, that was a nice hit right there. Yeah, no, we are getting some pretty decent skill, actually. Maybe we'll be lucky. Let me just try and kill some of these higher tier units. Maybe try and get a couple of multi-hits as well. Unfortunately, the enemy is proving to be quite resilient. Oh dear. I might have a problem here. Okay, you know what? Should I just... Do I have the resilience to stick with the one-handed and actually level it up? That's the question. I don't know whether I do have the patience for it as well. Because the two-handed is just so good. And it feels so much fun to play with. But unfortunately, you know what? I'm actually losing it. Yeah, well, I'm not losing that many people, but I am the only person here. But look at the environment as well. Look at where we're running right now. We're running through these extremely picturesque landscapes. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go around the side here, which is also another one of these strategic, wonderful additions. And I'm going to actually need to... Yeah, I will need to destroy this gate. There we go. Look at how fast that is to destroy, though, with the two-handed. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to literally just use the two-handed from now on. I mean, I really want to use the one-handed so that I can get it leveled up, but I think in this case, I should probably just do the two-handed for now, because these guys are, I mean, they're pretty difficult, you know? They're pretty difficult, mostly because they have their garrison intact and we didn't starve them out. So I think that we should probably... Why did I go over there? I actually could swear that there was a guy standing there, but it was just a wagon. I knew that was going to happen as well. As soon as I saw that guy rearing, or not rearing, but what was it now? What is the term? Taking aim, I guess? Yeah, as soon as I saw him taking aim, that was literally game over. Well, it looks as though we may, in fact, have to retreat. Look at what we've got going on here. Look at this extremely even battle on our hands that we have here. I think I may have to retreat. Yes, I am actually going to be doing that. Unfortunately for me, I would have loved to have stayed in here, but this just goes to show that if I die, that is... it's very likely that you will, well, shall we say, I'm going to say the player character. It doesn't really matter if I die, but it's more like the player character. If that dies, that is extremely, extremely dangerous. And you know what I'm actually going to do? I might... No, I don't really want to do that. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait, and we're gonna see if maybe I can just... Oh, Jinzaburo is gonna come in here. Yes, yes. Now we can literally just go in for the auto resolve. We are gonna sustain a couple of casualties there, but that is more than enough for me. Thank you very much. All right, let's get all these guys. They're going to join us. And we can get some more infantry, and we already have a huge amount of prisoners and so on and so forth, but that's absolutely fine as well. We really don't even need to worry about that, most notably because what I can do now is do some really crazy cool stuff. As in, what we can do is just wait here for some time. Our settlement increasing abilities to be able to regenerate super fast are going to kick in here as well. And look at what we've got. Look at what we've already got going on. Look at this. Look at how fast we can regenerate our forces. It is insane to have that medicine skill leveled up so dramatically. Really, very, very, very good. I love that. Generally, being the medic is what I really enjoy doing. Yeah, we need to actually decide on the owner of this, and this is going to be, once again, this fellow. Funnily enough, these guys are wanting me to have yet another fief, and they're actually going to start causing me problems if they are continuously going to want me to have fiefs, because I'm not greedy, you know? I'm not greedy. I don't really want to take over every single fief that we capture, but they just want us to have our fair share, I assume. And, well, I don't currently have that, so yeah, I guess that's the point. Anyway, we're just going to try and convert a couple of extra prisoners here. We are now back up to basically full strength, and we can now move on. Funnily enough, what I could do as well is we could just go here, and then I could just recruit some, you know, regular samurai units, and then just move on from here and just have absolutely wonderful time. Now, I am going to go over to Hinue, because I actually feel like what we're going to need is we're going to need to go and check out some of the constructions that are being done there, because as far as I'm aware, they're all done. I think they're all finished. So I need to do something about that. Yes, as you can see, this fellow... Oh, no, they're not all done. Okay, never mind. They're not all done, but they are getting done, shall we say. They are getting done. So, yeah, the marketplace is almost done. That is going to be a tier 2 upgrade as well, which is actually quite nice. And let's try to increase our influence a little bit more there as well. Okay, yeah, so that's going to be done relatively soon. I'm going to just wait here for a little bit of time just so I can actually see how long the next construction is going to take. I was kind of hoping having a governor here would make it much, much quicker. But he does seem to be taking quite some time to make things happen, which is a little bit strange. I would have expected him to get things done in maybe less than 2 weeks. Alright, so there it is. The marketplace has now been upgraded. Let's take a look at the dojo. Yeah, no, it is indeed taking 22 days. Our construction level is 90. The governor is only providing us with 1.59 additional construction. Huh. Why is that? Huh. It's very strange. Most of the time, whenever I've had a governor in the past, they have absolutely exceeded my expectations. I'm not sure why. This guy is having, so many issues, but yeah, he is having some problems with that. Anyway, we are now done with capturing... Oh, wait. Got these guys. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to do something about the Mori, aren't I? Because here's the funny thing. What I decided to do, you know what? I'm actually gonna just do that now. We're gonna just make... Oh, I have to pay 2,000... Oh, no. I don't wanna pay 2,900. That's absolutely terrible. Yeah, so obviously, as you know, in the previous episode, I did make peace with them due to Jinzaburo wanting to do that. But when I reloaded after the crash... I decided that I'd try and see what happens if I didn't take the peace agreement. And, well, nothing much, as you can quite clearly see. Nothing much has happened. So what I'm actually going to do is we're going to move over there. We are going to take a ferry. I'm going to actually buy some food first. But we are going to take a ferry, and we are going to be running over there very, very soon. We are going to take a ferry and go over there. And, whoa, loads of rice. Look at this. So much rice. Okay, yeah, let's just get everything that we can here. There we go. Let's get some more of this. And yeah, okay, we're absolutely fine here. Wonderful. All right, yeah, so we're going to go on a ferry. It's going to cost me probably about 20,000, maybe even more than that, maybe 30,000 for us to go over there. Technically, I should buy a boat. But I'm not sure if I really want to do that, you see, because boats are kind of annoying to me, but, well, let's just see. Anyway, we did get to 175 in medicine. Okay, so let's have a look. Wounded troops do not decrease morale in battles. Oh, yeah, no, we're going to be taking perfect health here, because this provides us with a plus 5% recovery rate for each type of food in the party's inventory. And even if this just gives me 5% or 10%, I think that's really, really nice. So we are going to be taking that every single day of the week. And we can now... buy a boat. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, I see. This is how they've done it. Okay, this is very, very clever, actually. So let's, why not? Let's buy a boat, okay? I'm not usually a big fan of buying boats in mods, but we're gonna buy one. The ship will take... Oh, this is building. Wait. This is building a thing, and these are available right away. But as you can clearly tell, they don't... No, they don't have enough space. This is hilarious. Okay, so this is a very large, slow-moving transport vessel designed to move an enormous amount of cargo, but is vulnerable in combat. This one, however, is a small, fast-moving ship designed for skirmishing and reconnaissance. And you can see here that it literally requires... It literally has 15. Okay, yeah, so we're going to have to get this. It can hold its own. Yeah, we are literally going to be making... We are going to make 6 ships, and it's going to cost me 120,000. I'm actually going to make more than that. I'm going to make 7 ships, okay? And it's going to literally take 10 days to build. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to take a ferry, and we're going to take a ferry over to... they might not even... Wait a minute. They might not even have the ability to go over there. Where is it now? It is Port Matsuyama. Okay, Port Matsuyama. That is where we're going to go. So... I just want to make it so that they have more exhaustion than we do, because we do not want to be paying them any amount of money whatsoever, because I probably won't be able to pay them, let's face it. So Port Matsuyama, it's going to cost me, as I thought, about 30,000. That's very, very nice. Let's make our way over there. Alright, so just before we make our destination, we are now in a wonderful kingdom decision here, with Jinzaburo bringing this to our eyes. And you can see here that, yes, armies led by tier 5 plus nobles require 10% less influence, and influence of the ruler clan is reduced by 1 per day. I'm going to accept this proposal, most notably because I would have to spend 20 influence to reject it, but I'm going to accept this just purely because I think he's doing a fantastic job. I don't know what his tier is, by the way. What is his tier? Can I tell? Alright, so we're clan tier 4 and he is clan tier 3, so I'm not entirely sure why he decided to institute that policy, because right now all that's doing is reducing my influence by 1 and not actually providing any benefit whatsoever. But he has already leveled to clan tier 3, everyone else is clan tier 2, so I think he's doing pretty well. And here we go, we've now made it over here. So the question is, we can now go to that port over there and make our way into Mori territory, which is going to be extremely fun. Okay, so this is a little bit dicey. I would have liked to have completely dominated this section of the land before we moved on here. But we're going to move on just purely because I want to force them into exhaustion as fast as possible. So that we don't have to pay them. That's literally it. Just so that I don't have to pay them. Okay, so let's move on. And here we go. Alright. Let's see what we can do. I'm hopeful for some... we're making peace with... No, that's the thing. I do not want to make peace with them now. If we make peace with them now, I'm going to have to pay them a huge amount. So I am actually... You know what? Should I go for a siege? Should I go for a siege right now? Okay, I'm gonna say no. It's gonna cost me 60. We have too many enemies? Are you serious, Jinzaburo? That is not true. That is not true. We do not have too many enemies. We're currently at war against only one faction, so I'm not entirely sure what he's going crazy about. But yeah, anyway, we're going to be attempting to attack these guys. They only have 8 days worth of food, so this should technically be alright. We might be able to make something happen here. And we might be able to draw some enemy vassals out of hiding. Oh, well, that's very interesting. Looks like Ara won the tournament at Sadawara, which is actually very strange because she is supposedly the governor of the town, and that must mean that she has combat skills, though. So, if you're thinking what I'm thinking, maybe we want to marry her in the end. Maybe that's a good idea. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. Maybe we will try to make that work if we can. Otherwise, I'm going to try to shoot a couple of people in this one because these guys are very, very exposed. What? How was that a miss? I have no idea. But it was. Oh, now I'm gonna get shot. Wow, that was a headshot? How was that a headshot? I have no idea. I was facing away from the guy as well, which is even funnier, but oh well, never mind. Okay, let me see if I can shoot someone here. Or not. Okay, apparently we are... There we go. Okay, finally. Fantastic. Okay, we can maybe shoot this guy. Nice. Yeah, I cannot wait until we have a little bit more gun skill. I need to get into some field battles, to be honest, with our gun here, because this is really going to make a huge difference to our overall leveling speed. If we can, you know, reload a little bit faster, do some kind of cool riding maneuvers, try to level them that way, you know, that's going to really make a huge difference. Because these stationary shots, while they are, well, I wouldn't say easier to make either, to be honest. I mean, they're not very easy at all in comparison to the riding ones, but generally it makes it a lot simpler for us to gain skill. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Yes, so clearly the blocking button does not work. So it must be that deflecting is indeed the horizontal slashes while you're being shot at. Because I have been told, as I say, I have been told conflicting information, and I have no idea how to really test both of these, both of these things. Obviously, the blocking function doesn't seem to really work, so I'm assuming that the deflection thing is indeed doing the horizontal slashes. And oh, okay, I came all the way up here for nothing. Let's not fall down. I'm probably gonna die from fall damage if I do that. It seems like this is actually a really nicely well-designed tower, though, because it makes it very difficult to actually fall down, which I very much appreciate, especially for me. Thanks very much. Okay, where do I need to go? Am I... Oh, up there. Oh, I went... Oh, wow. Okay, that's hilarious. I went completely the wrong direction. Well, that's... Can I jump? Can I jump over? Yes, I can. Whew. I was really hopeful that there wasn't an invisible wall there. If there was an invisible wall there, I would have literally had a huge problem. Okay, thankfully we can destroy this. Oh, that was nice. Good hit. Yeah, that destroyed that extremely, extremely quickly. Unfortunately, I am going to probably die here now, which would be bad because... As we've seen, if I die, there are huge casualties to be taken. It's very surprising, actually, that I have such a big impact. Usually I don't, you know. Most of the time, I'm able to kill, I don't know, around 10, 20 people. It depends, obviously, on the mod, you know, because obviously if we're talking about mods, it depends on what kinds of weaponry we have access to. You know, if you have grenades or something like that, or some kind of explosive, then it's a very, very different experience than if you don't. But if you have something like guns, same thing, you know, you're gonna have a much higher kill count in those cases. And it seems like this is their final stand in the castle here. They're about to retreat in the end. I am literally hanging on by a thread. I have 1 HP basically. And I believe that is indeed it. Yeah, there it is. Wow. I'm actually surprised I managed to survive there. We only got 71 kills because I wasn't really putting myself into harm's way that much, even though, funnily enough, I did actually almost end up dying. But there we go. We were able to capture it with very minimal casualties, surprisingly, too. And what we're going to do now, actually, is I'm going to see if maybe what I can do is... I'm going to see my clan tier. I want to see my clan tier because right now I feel like we are very far away from clan tier 5. Is it clan tier 5 that I actually need? I don't actually know. You know what? I think I'm actually going to be claiming this. Should I though? Yeah, I'm going to claim this just so that I can create an additional vassal in this area. Because then we can start to expand outward from this area and try to make you know, something happen with the Mori. I actually don't know whether that's really going to work, but we can try it, eh? You know, we can try it a little bit. Ah, there we have it. Okay, so yeah, we're going to have a bit of an issue on our hands now because as you can tell, we have the Shimazu attempting to attack us. We also have a little bit of a problem with Muranaka. I'm actually not entirely sure who is taking that. Jinzaburo needs to get over there. As you can see, he is... I'm not entirely sure what he's doing right now. You know what? I'm going to change our strategy to defensive right now. We can make peace, and that's going to get us 3,500 tribute. Well, not get us, but we're going to have to pay them 3,500, which is not exactly great. I hope that he's actually going to do something. Is he actually going over there? No. For some reason, he is not. I don't know why he isn't, but yeah, we're going to have an issue with that, aren't we? Oh my. Oh dear. Okay, yeah. We may, in fact, have a pretty... This might be bad. This might be bad. As you can see, look at this. We've got 48 exhaustion. They have 47 exhaustion. We need to cause them more exhaustion than they cause us. I thought taking a castle from them would be a significant blow, but they've been doing damage to us as well in the meantime, which has now caused us to have some pretty big problems. Okay, you know what? Considering we now have this crazy plot twist, to a degree, I'm going to end this episode off here. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.